Caleb Williams is going to try to be the NFL MVP sooner rather than later. Lamar Jackson has pulled it off twice now in his career. He has missed 4 of the 5 OTA workouts this offseason. John Harbaugh says it's voluntary. And that's all a coach can really say. There used to be a time where the league and the union policed aggressively whether or not coaches were saying anything that suggested that attendance at voluntary workouts was anything but voluntary. So the smart coaches never go close to that third rail. But quarterback, second year of the offense, trying to build on what you did last year. I know that it's easy to say it's voluntary, but it's also very easy to say you have a massive contract. You're one of the highest paid players in football. These are important steps toward building the right vibe for your team. And I don't care who it is, starting quarterback of the team, leader of the team, if he's not there for the OTAs, that is at least cause for saying, are they going to be ready to hit the ground running at the start of training camp? That's what this is all about. Putting the foundation in place so when training camp rolls around, you're right into it and you're getting ready for the season to come.
Yeah, I mean, I go back to, we said this about Aaron Rodgers 2 years ago, right? Where they brought in a bunch of different receivers and he was going into what turned out to be his last year in Green Bay, and he's not there, right? And we compared him at that point to Patrick Mahomes, where he was bringing all his receivers to Texas and they were working out, and Patrick Mahomes was there every single day. Like, this is where it's like, man, I understand that it's voluntary, and I don't love, criticizing players for not doing things that are voluntary, but you are the starting quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens. All right. And you just lost to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs at home in the AFC Championship game. This is the time where you make sure all those little things that were the difference between winning and losing, you start to correct them now. And so when we get a report out of ESPN that he is the only player on the starting offense that is not there for that OTA, I mean, that is just, I don't love it, man. I don't think it's good because look, I mean, even in Lamar Jackson's own division, Joe Burrow, yeah, he's coming back from the wrist injury, but he's there. Deshaun Watson can't even throw properly, but he's there. You look at the Steelers. The Steelers beat the Ravens all the time. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson are there. And it's just like, you're one of the highest paid players in football. They paid you. And as Don Draper once said, that's what the money is for. You come in, you lead. And you can say I'm being a Lamar Jackson hater, and I guess that's true. But I don't know, man. This is, I think, one of the things that you have to do as a quarterback. You have to set the tone. Jordan Love, he's at the Green Bay Packers OTAs, and Matt LaFleur says it's huge, even though Love wants a new contract. Matthew Stafford wants a new contract. He's there. Tagovailoa has been in and out of OTAs, but he's been there more than once. This is where I wish Lamar Jackson would, I just wish he would be there for his team.
Some would say it is very predictable that Browns fan Myles and Ravens hater Myles would be But really, I mean, what you should be saying if that was the case is, oh, it's no problem. Go ahead, miss them all. Go ahead. Stay away from training camp, too, while you're at it. But, this is a very basic reality. I know that the knee-jerk reaction is it's voluntary, it's voluntary, it's voluntary. But I remember when my kid was playing high school football, film study the Sunday night after a game was voluntary. And you know what? If you were part of the team, you volunteered to be there. Off-season workouts were voluntary. You volunteered to be there. We want volunteers, not hostages. The key is to be in the good graces with the team and to create the vibe in the locker room that you're part of this effort to try to take the next step. You volunteer to be there. You want to be there. It's not even a matter of it's voluntary. Where else would you rather be than right here, right now? This is where I want to be. My team is together. My team is getting ready for the season. I choose to be here. Yeah, I don't have to be. I'm not going to lose any money. They can't fine me. Oh, I lose my per diem if they give them some piddly little per diem. But I'm not in any trouble by not. But this is where I want to be. This is where my team is. This is where they need me. This is where they want me. I mean, it speaks to a deeper level of commitment, obligation, and all of your competitors are doing it. And hey, I don't know, maybe he's just looking for something that people can criticize him for so he can call out Mike Flores for calling him out for not being at OTAs, and now he's going to have a chip on his shoulder. He's going to play even better. I don't know. But look around. And I know Ravens fans, you circle the wagons, and how dare you point out anything about the team that might not be 100% completely fine, and you're going to say everything's fine, fire dog, this is fine. I'm perfectly comfortable with the current situation in which I find myself, and I'm going to attack anyone who says otherwise. The bottom line is, Ravens fans, deep down. I mean, you can put this clip on social media and say, here's Florio again hating on the Ravens. Deep down that you want him to be there, that he needs to be there. Patrick Mahomes is there. Joe Burrow is there. Josh Allen is there. C.J. Stroud, he wasn't there earlier, but I assume he's there. He's there now for OTAs. He was doing the globe-trotting thing with Micah Parsons, but he's back there now. The best of the best are there, trying to get better because they know how hard it is to thread the needle and thread the needle and thread the needle again to get yourself through the postseason and to the Super Bowl. And they're laying the foundation. They're putting the bricks in place now, the concrete blocks that the house is eventually going to be built upon. They're being put there now. And maybe it'll work out fine. Maybe it will. But why would you want to take that chance? Why would you want to take that chance that, we'll be fine later? No, let's be fine now because everybody, we're racing. This is the pre-race. Everybody is at the pre-race workout, getting themselves ready to go. Not a great metaphor, but you get my point. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.